Shalom. I'm here to do the first quarter activation reading. And this is going to be all about what has been going on in the past week since the new moon. We are going through the Scorpio cycle right now. So where are we at now that we've taken a step in? More like a jump in. And I love that I'm sitting like in this orange light right now. Just happens to be the setup, so I feel like it's appropriate. So it's good to see you all tuning in. I think I've been sort of blocked from people seeing my posts, so I've just stopped posting. And I wasn't sure if anyone would see this video, so it's cool to know that you're seeing it and you're tuning in. So, feeling the energy of Scorpio, feeling the energy of the depths, the darkness, before the dawn. Just feeling that energy and kind of letting go of whatever thoughts we've been carrying throughout the day. Whatever cyclical thoughts. Just letting it go. And creating a space to just for a moment honor the part of the cycle we're at, however that looks to you in your imagination, whatever that feels like to you from the inside. Just taking a second to recollect our energies from the day and honor where we're at in this cycle. And allow those energies to come in and give thanks in advance for the clarity that we'll receive as we flip these cards and reveal the answers to some questions that we may be having deep inside. It feels very much like these questions we're all asking right now collectively and individually are very deep ones, and they're very involving the spirit realm beyond this physical material reality. Just the deeper stuff we're really digging in, and that definitely feels seasonal, cyclical, perfect, right on time. So after you feel like you've taken a second to acknowledge and honor, give thanks for the part of the cycle that we're experiencing right now, go ahead and let that go too and create a space in your mind in reflection of that space in the deepest place inside of you where you and I meet as one. And when you're there, go ahead and connect to the deck however you desire. Use your imagination. It's up to you how you want to see it, how you want to feel it, see it, experience it. All right. The Ace of Swords is the card of the moment, the present. This is an initiation of our truth, our authenticity. Going through a big challenge which requires us to fully embody our truth and speak it. Something that is calling us to fully express who we are in our most authentic truth. There's something that is feeling maybe uncomfortable about that, or stressful, challenging. But it's in that challenge that we'll find the liberation that we're seeking, the expansion that we're seeking, the fulfillment that we're seeking. The card that brought us here, the card of the past, is the Two of Wands. And this is the card of opportunity, weighing opportunities, seeing that you have the world in your hand. Those two wands are sort of acting like a doorway, a gateway, a portal. It's about considering the different paths that one could take. And now that we've done that consideration and we've weighed the options, we're stepping through the doorway and we're doing whatever we have to do to pave the way to the path that we've chosen, to truly be able to begin to go down that new path or the path that we've chosen. We must cut the cords to all the other ones and allow that sword of truth to guide the way firmly on the path that we've chosen. Of course, after consideration, careful consideration and discernment. The current challenge is in Six of Cups. Exchanging energy from a place of purity, compassion, innocence. Giving and receiving in kindness, in patience, in honesty, especially when it's challenging. Especially when it's challenging, when it's hard for your heart to be in that space, to remind yourself, it's especially now that I can perform the alchemy. As I'm feeling this resistance to being in my heart and speaking from that place or acting from that place. It's uncomfortable. So I know I have to do it. And remembering at that point that whatever is around you, whoever is around you, the environment that you're interacting with at the time, it's about bringing it back to yourself and your center and saying, I know why I'm here. And I know what I'm meant to do, especially when I'm experiencing discomfort. I'm here to transmute that. So bringing the heart into all of our interactions. Thinking, speaking, and acting from this place is the challenge, but also the chariot. And the ally is the Ten of Wands. And right away when I saw this, I saw, not to forget the last activation that we did. It was all about, okay, we've put a burden down. We're realizing that the burdens we've been carrying are all ones that we've been choosing to carry. Putting unnecessary stresses on top of stresses, on top of stresses, on top of stresses for ourselves. And it's important to remember that it's fresh, that we finally put these things down and we're just beginning to see these things. We can't forget what we've just begun, what we've only just begun. We have to stick to that. We have to commit to that. To remembering, oh yeah, I set that burden down. So when that voice creeps in and tries to put you down, your own voice inside tries to put you down or make you pick that burden back up that you just realized was not worth your carrying, then you need to step in and remind yourself, oh yes, okay, this is the track that I'm on, and I'm dedicated, and I'm committed. I will not carry that weight with me. And this is the ally, holding these cards the whole time, this is the ally to the challenge. So how does that relate? Ah, yes, I see. It's going to come up the most and trigger us the most in relationships. In those relationships where we're giving and receiving energy, information, whatever. All of our relations, but especially in those that we're giving the most to, because that's where it's really going to trigger us. That's where the emotions step in and really trigger us, which is a great thing, because when we feel that, we can use that power. If we bring our conscious awareness to meet that moment of power, we can use that power to redirect the energy and to build something really positive. And so we're going to see that that challenge is going to be witnessed within relationships, struggling to stay in that place of purity and compassion in all of our relations and communications. And that will be the key to us transcending the challenge and making the gold, performing the alchemy. Because when we have those triggers, we'll remember this and we'll say, oh yeah, this is that burden speaking. It's the old me, the me who carried this resistance, negativity, resentment. But that's not me. that's not me, and I don't want to speak from that place, and I've already been through this, and I've already talked myself through this, through and through, that it doesn't matter, because it's about me and how I'm communicating and doing my part in making sure I stay in that space. Because even if I had a reason, some sort of a justification I could make up to be holding that resentment, it wouldn't do anybody any good at any point. Because if there was something that was pain that we were carrying, it's our job to communicate it or let it go. And that's only one example. But there's no reason to hold that resentment, to hold these feelings. Period. There's no reason. We carry those burdens because we choose to. And now we can put them down, regardless of expectations of how these relationships should unfold. Because hopefully we don't have expectations. We can just surrender them all and fully give all of our energy to staying in the heart space, no matter what. Because that is the answer for all of our relations, for all of our communications with everybody. If we stay in that heart space, the heart will guide the way, always. So it doesn't matter where we think or want our relationships to go, where we think they should go or where we want them to go. May we let that go and recollect our energies to simply focus them on ourselves, to shine a light on those situations where we're incapable of being in that compassionate place. And reprogramming that through remembering that we don't need to carry the burden through our communications. In fact, we don't want to, and we've already had this realization. All we need to do is keep going. All right, guys. My son is not feeling very well, so I'm going to go lay down with him and just give thanks for blessings and be with the darkness of the Scorpio season in a very beautiful way. Really letting all of my false conceptions of self just be there in truth so that I could see them and see where to go from there. Always becoming new each moment. Happy first quarter moon. I'll see you in a week. Shalom.